At the White House Christmas party. And at that table, I was speaking to two gentlemen, both of whom I did not know that well. One was Javed Anwar, and one was Anthony Melikoff. And as they conversed amongst each other, and I learned more and more about them, I learned that their story is the American story and the embodiment of the American dream. Javed Anwar, as you will hear from tonight, is someone, as an immigrant, who came to this country at the age of 18 with nothing more than the clothes on his back and a few dollars in his pocket. And from that humble beginnings, he overcame so many obstacles to become an industry leader in the oil and gas sector, and is really a giant in charitable circles, not only in this state, but around the country. Talk about obstacles. I don't know how many people have been to Midland, but he's lived there for 35 years at least. There's not a lot of brown people in Midland today. I don't know how many there were 35 years ago, but I would say not many. This man knows how to overcome obstacles, and he is a true leader to our community and the community at large. Mr. Anthony Melikoff, also an immigrant, who started a small pharmaceutical company with a group of friends and worked hard and tirelessly and built that company and built that company and built that company to grow it into one of the largest pharmaceutical companies, which him and his partners then sold for hundreds of millions of dollars. And instead of taking that money like most of us would and sailing around the world in your yacht, he decided to focus all of his energies, all of his efforts, and all of his resources, as you will hear tonight, to start a global movement to improve the living conditions and lives of people all around the world. So to Javed and Anthony, I salute both of you. They are the true reason that over 20 years ago, a group of immigrants from South Asia gathered at a restaurant not far from where we sit tonight. And the purpose of that gathering was not to drink. Sorry, Boston, it wasn't to drink. It wasn't to play cards. It wasn't to hang out. The sole purpose of that meeting was to figure out how they could create a vehicle, a platform, through which they, themselves, their friends and associates could achieve the American dream. And from that night, the idea of the South Asian Chamber of Commerce was born 20 years ago, with three primary goals and missions. The first, to create a networking organization where immigrants from South Asia could work together and network amongst themselves in the greater community to increase their business opportunities. Two, to encourage among South Asians, participation and engagement with charitable organizations in this city and around the state in order to increase the visibility of our community. And 3, to create a platform where we could groom the next generation of community and business leaders. And I'm happy to report to you tonight that this board and this organization has stayed true to its founding principles and remains committed to the same goals that our founders enunciated 20 years ago. Now, in closing, I want to tell you that we have an exciting, engaging, and exhilarating evening planned for you this evening. And as a lawyer, and the judicial judges that are here can attest to this, we're always told, don't ever make a promise to a jury that you can't keep. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are the jury. And I ask you to hold us accountable to the promise I just made you, that we will entertain you, we will engage you, and you will truly have an exciting evening. So welcome to our 28th anniversary gala. I hope you enjoy the evening, and thank you for attending.
We in Houston, of course, haven't felt it as much, but city finances have. And she's done a great job walking us through it, making sure that we're in a sound financial position. Re-elected 3 times, re-elected twice, which tells you that we like her. Mayor Parker.
Artistic endeavors, you have fueled changes through this city that are immeasurable and innumerable. I applaud the officers and board members. I applaud those of you who have been engaged in putting this gala on tonight. But as representatives of the 3rd largest Asian community in the United States, I'd like to point out just a few things that you've done outside of the business community to transform Houston, to show how deep and impactful the presence of the South Asian community is. The Gandhi District is a booming commercial center that has transformed a huge swath of Hillcroft. The nonprofit Pakistan Center and India House are serving the needs of the community and the less fortunate through their good work. The volunteer doctors and nurses at the Shifa and even Sina clinics are providing medical care to those in need. And of course, the inspiring work of the people at Daya who are fighting to prevent domestic violence and abuse through the richness of Houston. You are helping make Houston the most international and diverse and vibrant community in America. Now, Houston is, of course, a city of business, and we have many chambers of commerce. I appreciate all of the work that this chamber does to fuel businesses in Houston, and I want to acknowledge the work of all those who helped me in creating the new nonstop flight, Houston to Beijing, which just expanded to daily service. New nonstop flight, Houston-Istanbul, which expanded its service before they had the first flight. And if you saw the news this week, we have new nonstop flight, Houston to Seoul, Korea. Very exciting. We are expanding our network into Asia, and it's folks in this room who are helping us do that. So again, I thank you for your service. I'm so glad you're Houstonians. Let's have a great night together tonight.
Very diverse community together and give us all a seat at the table. Now I'd like to introduce our second leader of this great region. He has led us through many, many natural disasters. We seem to be prone to have natural disasters, hurricanes, floods, and I can tell you he's probably the absolute one of the coolest leaders I've ever seen. Very calm, collected, and knows just how to handle the situation. Has handled our county finances very, very well. We are on a strong footing in Houston, in Harris County, because of leadership like County Judge Ed Emmett and Mayor Parker. I asked him earlier if there is something particular he wants me to say about him, and he said no, just be honest. So that's precisely what I've done. Judge Emmett.
That's nice. I like that. I don't think I've ever been called that before. It is a pleasure to be with you this evening, to be around so many friends and colleagues. But you know, the South Asian Chamber, in my view, and certainly in my family's view, represents a lot about the present and the future. The past, for those of us who are native Texans and who spent our whole life here pretty much, you realize how much knowledge comes out of South Asia, from all the cultures and from all the vibrant books and literature. In the present, many of you in this room know, South Asia is part of the Emmett family present. Our son Joseph got on a plane Monday and flew back to his home in the little village of Malavali, which is between Bombay and Pune, where his wife is studying at the Vedanta Academy, and he helps run the Vedanta Cultural Foundation. And as far as the future is concerned, I've given speech after speech after speech talking about where is the economic future of the world? Where is global commerce going to be generated? And it's South Asia. It's on and around the Indian subcontinent. And the South Asia Chamber is perfectly positioned to help lead our community. The City of Houston, Harris County, the state of Texas, Governor Dewhurst, into that global economy and into that global trade with South Asia. So thank you very much for what you do. We're honored to be here this evening. Thank you very much.
Difficult leaving Kuwait. I was like, yeah, of course, we left because of the war. But in Kuwait, before the war, we had a great time. I was going to a private British English school. I went to school with Spanish. Being an Arab, it gets hard sometimes. So being brown and being able to speak Spanish, I can camouflage at any moment in time. It can get rough in Texas. You never know. I'm like, shh, hey boy, you one of them Arabs, huh? You one of them Muslims, huh? You're like, no, come on. Get out and just head to Mexico. I'd be good to go. I see the salads are coming out. I'm excited. We're going to bring out the Bollywood shakes. Give a big round of applause for the Bollywood shakes. And come out here and do one more dance number for you.
That she could possibly insure. She worked as a telephone operator, and he went to school, and he came to the United States, and he worked his way through college, and literally, like the saying, the rest is history. Well, the reason I say that is because I'm born and raised right here in Houston. My dad came back from World War II, flown 85 missions over Europe. Years later, married mother. Years later, I was born. Years later, my brothers were born. And the drunk driver ran into him and killed him. And so I understand being brought up by a mother who wants to instill the values that she felt are so important. And what an amazing success. Here in the United States, her mother, his mother, his successes, building a fabulous business, being a leader in the oil and gas industry. I'm in the oil and gas industry. Thank goodness, you know, when you're paid as a legislator $600 a month, it's important to have another job. But I'm in the oil and gas business. Mr. Anwar is in the oil and gas business and has done quite a bit better than I have over the years. But his philanthropy touches my heart, because that's the sign of someone who really appreciates, wants to give back, is appreciative of the American dream. And so it is my pleasure to say both to his wife of 29 years, Vicki, his two great children, Ryan and Leslie, congratulations on a well-deserved honor. We are honored to be here and join in celebrating this award as the Business Leader of 2014, Javed Anwar. Thank you.
Javed, I hope you've been lifting, because this weighs a lot. Come on up here.
Yes, sir.
Javed, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you made it. I'm really honored.
So would you like to please come in the front here?
Sir?
Governor.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Honored guests, Mayor of Houston, and all the dignitaries that are present here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really honored to be a recipient of this award. Let me briefly tell you what happened. I got a call from somebody about 2 months ago. They said that I've been nominated for this award. And I said, really? He said, you are unanimous. And I said, well, let me see what I can do to make it. And he said, you're nominated. It will look very bad if you don't show up. Anyway, I'm very, very grateful to the South Asian Chamber of Commerce. And I would like to thank the chairman, Nomi Hussain, and member of this chamber. I extend my great gratitude to Sheikh, who made this my documentary possible in such a short time. Many thanks to all the guests that are present here. I am very, very thankful to my special thanks to my wife that has helped it happen, and my kids who is now not on my payroll, but they are now making a living, but they took time off to come here and be with us. Thank you, Ryan and Leslie. Would you stand up for a second, Ryan and Leslie? They're both have graduated from UT and making a living. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when we first started, my wife, I had a very good job living in Texas, working for an oil company, and I told her one fall afternoon that I'm going to quit my job and start my own business. She said, have you lost your mind? I said, well, you know, what if you don't make it in the business? I said, well, you know, if I don't make it, we can go back. I can go back to work like I was a petroleum engineer for an oil company. Anyway, thank God, today I made the right decision. And then I started my business in 1984. The oil prices were 24, and I thought I will never see anything below 24. I thought I was the smartest guy in town. What a surprise. 1987, oil price got to $11. 1998, it drops to $9 a barrel. Now, those were very tough times. I mean, in fact, I bought some of the properties. One day, my wife said, I'll be the last one to turn off the lights in Midland, Texas. Thank God I'm not the last one. I think so there'll be a lot more people moving to Midland, Texas. It's one of the booming towns. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and people who are in business, believe me or not, business is not easy. You have to believe in yourself. You have to work hard. You have to be patient, and the results will, you have to believe in yourself. And what I did, I worked hard, I put in a lot of hours, sometimes 16, 17 hours, while my wife was raising the kids sometimes. I didn't make it home till midnight from the rig. But good Lord was watching for me. I don't know whether I was lucky. I don't want to say I was smart, but things turned out exactly far beyond than my expectation. And all the young people who wants to do good and wants to achieve something, they have to work hard. You cannot just take it for granted that it will be given to you. And the opportunities the state of Texas and United States present, I have never seen it in any part of this world. I'm very grateful to be in the United States and the opportunity the United States gave me, and that's why I believe in what I have made. I like to repay back to this country and my mother country, and that's the way people should also follow, because once you make, there are a lot of deserving people that need help. And I was there one time when I didn't know where my next meal was going to come in college. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, please be generous. Whatever you can do, help your community, get involved, do whatever you can do for your country, for the United States of America. Thank you, America. Thank you, Texas. Thank you very much.
For decades and decades, and families who have come back and appreciated the American dream. We knew that when we came to the United States, no matter what the situation was at home, every time that you look out that window, that American flag represented hope and represented opportunity. And that's what this country is about. This country has given us a platform to grow, to believe, and to be part of something that's greater than anything that we could have an opportunity to do back in our countries. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to unite the nations this way, and that's why I couldn't be more happy to have this Hollywood to Bollywood connection, because it truly should be a global community. We should be more united. And I couldn't be more proud to be here, so I want to thank you guys for inviting me here tonight. It's amazing to hear the stories. Congratulations to the honorees. I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about what we are. Me and my partner, Anthony Melikov. A little while ago, we started a small little movement that shortly became a global initiative called Unite for Good. Now, Unite for Good is simple. Unite for Good is a thought. Because we truly believe that in order to change the world, you have to simplify the equation. You have to simplify the thought. We believe that if we say that change can happen, it will. Unite for Good is simple. Our message is a message of kindness, and it's a message of goodness. And when I was back in 7th grade, 6th grade, I didn't know how to speak English. And it was one of the scariest times of my whole life. It was one of the scariest moments that I've ever lived. And there was this one young American boy who didn't know how to speak Spanish, but somehow he made me feel welcome and allowed me to hang out with him even though I had no friends. And that somehow made me feel part of something bigger. And it empowered me to voice my opinions, to not be embarrassed to say things out loud even though I had an accent. And I believe that that simple act of kindness had changed my life for the better. All of a sudden, I could pursue a dream because I was accepted. Unite for Good embodies that. If we can embrace the simpleness of acts of kindness and being good to one another, we will disarm the thoughts that somehow connivingly and self-destructively will prevent us from achieving greater than we're meant to. If we can just empower one another, we can truly achieve greater things. And if we can inspire this young generation to be kind to one another, to empower one another, to inspire one another, we will change the world. And that is what Unite for Good is. With all that said, I'd like for you guys to enjoy the next video.
In my life, I spent about 1 year in jungles away from civilized world. I lived in jungles, I put my bed in the middle of it, and I tried to contemplate. And it did not work either. And only when I came back to my city, city Chicago, and start foundation called Bright Future International, and then we start working by giving back, by sharing. And I share all I have, money, time, pretty much my life. What's Unite for Good? Unite for Good is more those zombies are chasing good guy Brad Pitt, or those apocalyptic days after tomorrow on Armageddon. We are scared. I want to see the world which is being We're trying to bring together virtual reality and real world. I just came back from, with my colleagues from San Francisco Bay Area. Beautiful place. We have to learn, we have to get together, we have to unite, we have to recreate this country to be one big wonderful place. Not just this country, but the entire world. So we decided to create this Unite for Good as a movement which will unite every one of us. And I would like to share something very, very important for me. I would like to say that somebody would like to live. And I said, I would like to live in the world where people who want to help are chasing people who need help. That's a dream, but that's a dream which can become reality. For every one of you, for invite, for when you realize how many great people. I met Mariam, I met Nomi, I met Javed, I met many people who are selflessly or tirelessly trying to help without thinking about themselves. They're trying to make this world different. We are trying to identify those people who are real heroes, the ones who are going to community, who are giving bread and soup to homeless. Nobody's talking about them. Remember this tragedy in Boston when two crazy people blow the bomb, and everybody was talking about it, right? For 1 month and a half or 2 months, they were talking about them, about their bomb. Nobody was talking about the guy who was running marathon dollars to help victims like him. And nobody was talking about him. So Unite for Good is trying to identify those people, trying to put them in pedestal, trying to say, those are real heroes.
Oh. You're afraid I'm going to?
Yeah. It is presentation.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
First time somebody's used etc., etc. in my introduction, which is so wonderful. I don't know what that means, but I'm just assuming all good things. And it's also very nice to come up on stage once the dessert is served, because I know I have no one's attention, and I wouldn't mind it, because if I was eating dessert and somebody else was talking on stage, I would be paying attention towards the chocolate. So how many of you are eating that chocolate and not listening to me? Please raise your hands up in the air. That's nice. Which means everyone's listening. Damn, now I'll have to make a lot of sense. That's going to be tough. But anyway, it's just really wonderful to be here in an audience that's full of overachievers, and I feel like quite a fool sitting amongst all of you. But I'd like to thank the South Asian Chamber of Commerce and everybody else who's on the board especially, and Ash, who did invite me here, and I wouldn't have missed this for the world. It's such a lovely opportunity to come here and mingle with people who've done and achieved so much in their own fields, and it's really nice that I'm here representing Bollywood, which most of you would know is something that is a term that we use very fondly thanks to Hollywood in a way that we describe Indian cinema. And Indian cinema, of course, is, according to me and according to most of us, the single largest export out of our country, and that's what we're recognized for more than anything else. Just to tell you a little bit about Indian cinema, this is a great time to be talking about it. We finished over 100 years, in the field of cinema. Our first movie came out in 1913. It was directed by a gentleman called Dada Saheb Phalke. It was called Harish Chandraji Factory, which was basically a movie where he conceptualized it, he wrote it, he directed it. Of course, it was a silent black and white film, so there was not too much talking because it was silent. But there was a little bit of trivia that always intrigued me about the movie itself. He had to cast an actress, a heroine in the film, like we call it, and he didn't get anyone. He almost went to the extent of asking bar dancers and prostitutes to come up and be an actress, and no one said yes. He was finally sitting in a canteen, which is like a cafeteria here, and he looked at this guy who was serving tea, and he thought that the guy's hands and fingers were really feminine, and he ended up casting a little boy as the actress of the film. That was the first movie that was ever made in India with a leading actress as a man. 101 years later, we've moved on so much that we almost have accepted even wonderful actresses like Sunny Leone who come from a parallel industry and think it's a creditable place to be. So all I'd like to say is that the transition of Indian cinema has been far and wide. We have over 3 billion viewers across the world who watch Indian movies. And I have to say, I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately, we have crossed the viewership of Hollywood movies in 2004. So yeah, all I'd like to say is that I'm just really proud to be a part of an industry that, influences so many people in the entertainment industry in such a big way. We're talking about the Indian industry. I don't know how, I'm sure that I've seen a lot of Indians here in the audience, and I've seen a lot of people who are from, the US and don't know much about Indian cinema. But yet, with every passing decade, the industry's changed so much. If you're talking about the in 1913 when the industry started, to the 20s, to then the 30s and 40s, and how it all changed. But the one thing that we kept in mind was this peculiar way of entertaining people through our song and dance. And that's something that I'm really proud of. And I'm also very proud of the fact that I have been in the industry for almost a decade now, and I achieved this milestone last year, and I didn't even think that a girl who started off thinking that, as a child, thinking she's going to end up being, a private detective and spying on people, and that was the only aspiration I had because I was a snoopy little child, and I only wanted to do that all my life, to ask questions and hide behind walls and then get to know people's secrets. Guess what? I ended up becoming an actress. So basically, I had no secrets of my own because everybody pretty much knows everything that I'm doing before I do myself. But so that pretty much sums it all. I don't want to take you guys away from your chocolate now anymore, but all I'd like to say is that it's really wonderful to be here, as somebody who's representing Bollywood. And of course, we've seen such a huge exchange between Hollywood and Bollywood. We've had, movies like Slumdog Millionaire, Danny Boyle coming in. We've had Dev Patel, Frida, who've been doing really, really well in the West. We've had directors like Meera Nair, Gurinder Chadha, Shekhar Kapoor, who've been, making great cinema in Hollywood. We've had Tom Cruise, who's come down. We've had, all sorts of big productions that have taken place, whether you see Life of Pi, Eat, Pray, Love, everything, these productions have all been handled by, units of Bollywood. So I personally think that it's been a great exchange between Hollywood and Bollywood. This, of course, is a step forward, getting such important and elite people in a room that can make a difference. So it is a great exchange. I'm really happy that I'm a part of this exchange, maybe in a really small way, but hopefully I'm here to make a little bit of a change and difference. And as for Anthony and Wilma, who are here talking about United for Good, India is a country that has seen a lot of kindness. It stands for its kindness, but we can do with a little more kindness. So yeah, one day United for Good plans on coming to India. You have our support. So thank you very much, and thank you for having me here.
Also are great friends of mine and also great supporters of mine. I have the distinct honor and privilege of introducing Senator Wendy Davis to you all tonight. Her story, her personal story, is one of an underdog. It's a true story that us as immigrants, or daughters or sons of immigrants, can really identify with. She's gone through challenges and adversity, from coming from community college and going all the way through Harvard Law School, starting out as a single mother, getting on city council, then to the state senate, and now to the steps of the governor's mansion. Wendy Davis has been committed to making sure that all of our children have access to quality education, that we use our tax dollars effectively, and that we foster an environment that nurtures small business entrepreneurship. And I know that's huge to our community. So without further ado, and I'm sure you'd rather hear from her than me, Senator Wendy Davis.
So many friends. I always enjoy being in Mayor Parker's city, and I'm glad to be here with so many other elected officials who all share a common purpose of serving the people of Texas. I saw Judge Emmett earlier, and I want to thank him particularly for his leadership on Medicaid expansion. Outside, or setting aside partisan politics, yes. I think it's important for us to acknowledge the good work that people do regardless of the party that they're in. This is a fabulous event. Everyone looks so elegant, and I find myself wishing that I had a sari, but I did wear my bangles. That's as much as I could muster on short notice. I've been told that I need to go shopping with Camilla Hussein and Selma Tamiz for a sari, so I'm going to take them up on that. And I want to thank Nomin Hussein and Mustafa Tamiz for their leadership, not only in the South Asian community, but across the state of Texas. Houston, of course, is also fortunate to have a leader like Dr. Renu Khator, who helped transform the University of Houston into a Tier 1 university that is driving research, innovation, and job creation. As I travel across Texas, I am reminded of how richly diverse our state really is. The members of the board of the South Asian Chamber of Commerce are a reflection of our diverse communities and what they contribute to the economy and civic life of our state. In Fort Worth, we also have a dynamic South Asian community, and I have been so proud to have the privilege of representing them in the Texas State Senate. One thing that I share with the South Asian diaspora across this state is their strong desire to educate the next generation. And that's why I'm running for governor of this great state. It's why, thank you. It's why I am making and have made in my time in public service, public education, my #1 priority. I had the privilege today of visiting the Baker Ripley Promise Community School and unveiling the 3rd of my 4 education planks as part of this campaign. And the plank that I talked about today was the importance of investing in creating a full-day pre-K program for every child in the state of Texas. The things that I talked about today are married to the education reforms that I talked about earlier this month, retaining and recruiting the next generation of great teachers, and college access for our high school seniors. To me, these are the things that matter most in this campaign, not just because I'm a policy wonk, which I am, but because these are the priorities that matter most to ordinary Texans and to the future of Texas as a whole, regardless of race, creed, color, sexual orientation, or background. But we will only accomplish this if we have new leadership in Austin. Leadership that celebrates and honors our cultural differences. Leadership that sets the right priorities. Leadership that puts a relentless and tireless focus on those priorities that are so true to the Texas promise. Dream big, work hard, and never quit is realized not just for a special few, but for all of our citizens. So thank you so much for the chance to say hello to you this evening and to join in your Bollywood celebration tonight. Should I be elected as your next governor and have the privilege of serving you in that office, I want you to know that I will fight for the same values of hard work, education, and jobs that are the hallmark of this chamber. Thank you all very, very much, and enjoy your evening.
Engaging, an exciting, an exhilarating evening. Did the board deliver? Yes or no? All right, very good. At this point, I would love for all the board members to come up to the stage, along with the celebrities, for a group photo. And we are exactly on schedule, which is 9:15, but the good news is we've booked the hall till almost midnight. So since the celebrities, and enjoy yourself for another few hours. But can I get the board members on the stage real quick with the celebrities, please? And I want to invite Mo. Fantastic job. Let's get Mo his prize.
Yeah, you're gonna get a prize for. I couldn't even get the Bollywood shakes up here, man. You gonna give me a prize? I love it.
Take a picture.
What are you doing? Get to work, man. The board member is missing, Chanel.
It's nice and warm. I feel the heat from outside.
My wife is they were saying the chorus. They did it. Okay, cool. All right.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम ख़वातीनो हज़रात, मैं हूँ आपकी डैलस की ब्यूरो चीफ अंजुम अनवर सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान की। इस वक्त हम ह्यूस्टन में यहाँ पर जमा हुए हैं। साउथ एशियन चैम्बर का ये एक डिनर गैला है, अवार्ड सेरेमनी है, और हमारे पास यहाँ पर ह्यूस्टन के डिग्नेटरीज हैं साउथ एशियन, एंड वी आर गोइंग टू नाउ इंटरव्यू मिस्टर जावेद अनवर and his lovely wife with us today, and we are so honored to have you at Safira Pakistan. Welcome on Safira Pakistan.
Thank you very much.
Tell me a little bit about why you are here and what we are doing today.
It's a surprise to me because I got a call that I have been selected as the outstanding businessman of the year by South Asian Chamber of Commerce. Well, he said, "Are you willing to accept the award?" I said, "I guess if I'm accepted, I'm going to accept the award, you know."
I must say that it's a well-deserved award, sir. I have seen your interview on TV, and you have accomplished so much, and it was such an inspiring interview. I think you are an inspiration for the rest of Pakistani and South Asian people.
From the Chamber of Commerce, and proud of him that he's getting this award.
Well, I'm so glad that you are here to support him and see him. You know, he has earned it. He has accomplished a lot. So tell me a little bit about Safira Pakistan. You guys watch it?
Well, my wife doesn't speak Urdu. I watch it once in a while when my mother puts it on. Journey, I'm pretty busy and I don't get to watch very often, but I have watched it on and off.
So tell me, what do you think about South Asian Chamber of Commerce?
Well, I never realized that there was so many Chamber of Commerce from Asia exist. So today I'm getting to know about it, and there are a lot of people from different part of Asia here that I've never met before.
Well, great. Thank you so much. Any advice for the business entrepreneurs who want to start their own business? Do you want to give them any advice since you're a business tycoon?
I thank you for calling me a tycoon. Just I'm an ordinary businessman, but it takes a lot of hard work, patience, you know, and this is the best country to do business in because you have got great opportunity, especially in the state of Texas, and you have to believe in yourself, and once you put your efforts in, leave it to God and see the outcome.
Well, that is so nice to see that, you know, I know you have worked a lot though. I mean, I have seen your interview and you have put some hard work into it. So how do you feel being a partner? How long have you been married?
33 years.
33 years, my God, wow, that's a long time. So how do you feel being with him and his partner? And yeah.
I would not have made it this far without her help because we have two small kids. Before we started the business, we didn't have any kids, and then after we had a kid, I put in a lot of long hours, and that needs sacrifice from her. Raising the kids, sometimes I could not make it with the kids and all that stuff. Out in the field for 16, 17 hours, and you know it's a two-way street. Now I don't have to put in that kind of time because I have a lot of employees that can take care of my field work and all that stuff. When I first started the business, I have to do it all by myself. And without her not watching the kids and staying home, this could not have happened.
Well, thank you very much for appreciating a woman, since I'm a woman and we love when somebody appreciates us. And you know, they always say that there is behind every successful man, there is a woman. So there she is, your lovely wife, and you admitted it in front of all those audience, which is nice of you. Thank you so much. I really like it when men, you know, say something good about women. I love it. But anyway, thank you so much.
It's a team effort.
Yes, it is. And now you have all the time in the world to give her, right?
Well, it's still pretty busy
Okay.
because unfortunately we have one more kid, which is, I hate to say it, but she's taking care of my mother while I'm out hustling for business, So, I'm very grateful. Otherwise, I have to cut my business hours quite a bit and worry about her.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time, and so nice to see you guys.
My name is Anthony Melikov, and I represent Unite for Good. And I guess we are going to be awarded as an organization, a non-for-profit organization of the year, in this wonderful event, which is going to happen tonight in this gala. And what we do is we create a worldwide positive movement, social movement, bring everyone who is involved in acts of kindness and giving back, whether it's organizations or individuals, whether it's brands or mass media, social media, celebrities. I would like to introduce my good friend and beautiful woman who is a celebrity, who is dancing with a star. And this is beautiful Karina Smirnov.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that this event is absolutely incredible. Anthony Malikov started something about 12 years ago called Bright Future International that is present now in about 12 countries. And it's truly an incredible foundation because it does not only teach acts of kindness and compassion, it also brings people together. And tonight, this event unites all these charities, all these people that not only willing and doing something good, but bringing other charities together. So tonight, Unite for Good is going to award Mr. Malikov an incredible award for everything that he's doing in charity.
Oh, thank you so much, Karina. I would like also to add that we're going to be doing a lot of work in South Asia. We were invited to India, and I was supposed to fly to India next week, as a matter of fact, but I guess it's going to happen a bit later. But we'll start Unite for Good in India, and we're trying to develop this movement throughout many countries, and South Asia is certainly our goal to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is so nice to see Mr. Arjuman Hashmi and his wife Rizma Hashmi. He's the mayor of Paris, Texas, of course, and I always feel honored when I see him and talk to him.
Thank you very much.
So what are you up to? What are you doing here in Houston?
Oh, we are here for the Southeast Asian Society
Chamber
dinner.
of Commerce function, obviously. Yeah.
Great. We are so
Happy to be here.
okay.
Yeah.
So, me too. Honestly speaking, when I saw you guys, I'm like, oh, here's a familiar face. Because obviously I'm from Dallas area. So tell me how much do you know about there is a Chamber of Commerce in every city, but yes. I think this is probably the biggest one or big one in the Texas area?
As far as South Asian Society is concerned, yes, it is one of the biggest chapters. And, I think it's very well organized. And I think it goes to show how important and how affluent and how important South Asian community is in this area.
So being a mayor, obviously, you go to a lot of functions and you see a lot of such occasions. So compare this occasion with some of the others. Give us some feedback.
Yeah. Obviously, if you compare it to other South Asian functions, this is a huge function. If you compare it to a regular American function, then obviously there's a bigger population of regular Americans, so you can't compare it to that, and it would not be a fair comparison. But as far as South Asian Society is concerned, I think it's an awesome function, very well attended, very well organized, and we are very pleased to be here.
Well, same here. I'm so thrilled to see you guys here and for your lovely wife. And I just want one commitment from you in front of all my TV audience that March 22nd, we are having a Pakistan Day event in Dallas. And I personally invite you to please be there. I hope you can be there.
Inshallah, we'll try our best.
And it'll be an honor for us if you can attend it, especially Rizma, because last time she wasn't there and I was looking forward to see her. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
So ladies and gentlemen, we have MJ Khan with us. He is the former councilman of City of Houston. It is such an honor to have you on Safira Pakistan today, sir. How are you?
Well, I'm a fan of Safira Pakistan. As you know, you have been doing a wonderful job for at least 15 years, I know. So thank you so much for covering this event.
Well, it's my pleasure. I came all the way from Dallas to be with you guys today, and I see such important personalities, and it is so nice to see that people from back home has achieved so much, they've accomplished so much, and such gatherings are always inspiration to me, and I enjoy it. So thank you for being with us. Do you want to give any message to the listeners, viewers of Safira Pakistan, or what do you think about this event today?
Well, South Asian community is one of the fastest growing community in America. It's one of the largest communities, one of the most successful community in America. We have people who are entrepreneurs, professionals, and they're very successful in every aspect of their life, whatever they're doing. So this is a showcase event for us to show the good side of our community to rest of America. And in Houston, this event has become more bigger and bigger and has blossomed now to be one of the premier event for Houston. तो मेरी ख्वाहिश है कि ये प्रोग्राम और बढ़ता रहे और सारी साउथ एशियन कम्युनिटी हमारी तरक्की करती रहे और जितना ज़्यादा इस मुल्क में हम अपनी जगह बनाएंगे उतना हमारे लिए अच्छा होगा, हमारी आने वाली नस्लों के लिए अच्छा होगा और इतना ही साउथ एशियन कंट्रीज़ के लिए, पाकिस्तान, इंडिया, बांग्लादेश, इन सब कंट्रीज़ के लिए अच्छा होगा. तो मुझे बड़ी खुशी है इस प्रोग्राम की कामयाबी से.
बिल्कुल जी, और सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान की भी यही कोशिश रहती है कि जितने भी हमारे यहाँ पे लोगों ने कुछ अकम्प्लिश किया है, ऑब्वियसली हार्ड वर्क, मेहनत आप लोगों की, एंड इस मुल्क में आके अपना मकाम बनाया है. तो सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान की यही कोशिश है कि वो सारी आपकी एफर्ट जो हैं ना सिर्फ आपके लोकल कम्युनिटीज़ को पता लगे बल्कि थ्रू आउट अमेरिका और इवन इन पाकिस्तान में लोगों को अंदाज़ा हो कि हाउ successful Pakistanis and South Asians are here in this country. So thank you so much for us today.
Thank you so much.
और नाजरीन, इस वक्त हमारे साथ यहाँ पर ह्यूस्टन के कौंसल जनरल मिस्टर अफजाल महमूद हैं, एंड इनको कौन नहीं जानता, सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान पे इनका पहले इंटरव्यू भी हमने किया था वकार साहब ने. And a couple of weeks ago I came to Houston and I had a chance to meet with Mr. Afzal Mahmood in person. Very humble person, very nice. I mean, इनसे मिल के ऐसे लगा कि जैसे अब काफ़ी चीज़ें बदल जाएंगी यहाँ पर और हमारी कम्युनिटी को बहुत हेल्प मिलने वाली है. वेलकम ऑन सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान.
थैंक यू वेरी मच.
तो आज आप इस फंक्शन में आए हैं, थोड़ा बताइएगा इस फंक्शन के बारे में. ऑब्वियसली आपको कैसा लग रहा है इतने अच्छे हाईली अचीव लोगों से मिलके, पाकिस्तानियों से, साउथ एशियन से?
इस फंक्शन का जो आज का सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट एक फैक्टर है वो ये है कि पाकिस्तानी हैं जावेद अनवर साहब. तो ही इज़ अ सेलिब्रिटी टुडे, उनको ऑनर किया जा रहा है इस फंक्शन में. और साउथ एशियन प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर साउथ एशियन चैम्बर्स का ये फंक्शन है और उसमें एक पाकिस्तानी को ऑनर किया जा रहा है. एंड इट इज़ अ मैटर ऑफ ऑनर फॉर ऑल पाकिस्तानीज़ कि वो पाकिस्तान का नाम लेके आगे चल रहे हैं. और हम यही चाहते हैं कि इस तरह की खुशियाँ हमें सब पाकिस्तानीज़ इस शहर में, इस रियासत में और इस मुल्क में देते रहें.
बिल्कुल, और बहुत अच्छा लगता है. सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान का भी यही मकसद है कि पूरे अमेरिका में जहाँ कहीं पाकिस्तानियों ने कुछ अकम्प्लिश किया है तो उनको लेके आएँ सामने और पूरी नेशन को ये बताएं हमारे हाईली अकम्प्लिश्ड पॉपुलर पीपल, या उनको आप कहें कि जिनका हार्ड वर्क, इट्स ऑल हार्ड वर्क इन दिस कंट्री.
असल बात यह है कि जी सफ़ारत दो तरह की है. एक तो सफ़ारत जो फॉर्मल सफ़ीर आते हैं मुल्क से बाहर आके रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं अपनी नेशन को, अपने कंट्री को, और पाकिस्तानी प्रैक्टिकली अपनी जगह पे बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट सफ़ीर हैं. पाकिस्तानी यहाँ के लोगों के दरमियान में रहते हैं और डे टू डे उनके साथ इंटरेक्ट करते हैं. तो जब एक अमेरिकन एक पाकिस्तानी को अपने दरमियान में रहता हुआ, उसका उठना बैठना, उसकी बातचीत, उसकी डीलिंग्स, उसकी कर्टसीज़, उसका खुला दिल, बहुत सारे पाकिस्तानी हैं यहाँ पे बहुत खुले दिल से वॉलंटियर वर्क भी करते हैं, चैरिटीज़ में भी पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं. और वो इनके साथ रहने को एक्सपीरियंस करके तो वो पाकिस्तान का वो प्यारा फेस देखते हैं जो हर पाकिस्तानी एक बड़े फ़राख दिली के साथ और बड़े खुले दिल के साथ दुनिया को अपने साथ लेके और दुनिया के साथ मिल के चलता है. तो ये बहुत बड़ी सफारतकारी है और हम दिल से सराहते हैं उन सब पाकिस्तानियों को जो इतना बड़ा काम कर रहे हैं. और हमें खुशी होती है जब वो हमारे साथ शाना बशाना खड़े होते हैं पाकिस्तान को एक अच्छे तरीके से रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए.
بہت شکریہ جی، آپ نے بڑی اچھی بات کی کہ اپنے کاموں سے ہم اپنے ملک کا نام روشن کرتے ہیں، اور یہ بھی میں یہ بھی سب کو کہتی ہوں کہ آپ کے اخلاق سے، آپ کے اچھے کاموں سے، آپ کا ہارڈ ورک، آپ کی محنت، آپ کی اکامپلشمنٹ سے ہی آپ کا ملک کا نام روشن ہوتا ہے. اور بھلے ہم دنیا کے کسی بھی کونے میں چلے جائیں، میں کہتی ہوں میری پہچان پاکستان، ہم سب کی پہچان ہے پاکستان. تو اگر ہم اچھے اچھے کام کریں گے تو ہمارے ملک کا ہی نام روشن ہوگا. اینڈ آئی ریلی اگین تھینک یو ویری مچ کہ آپ بھی یہاں پر، میں نے دیکھا ہے آپ میں وہ جذبہ، وہ پیشن، وہ کمٹمنٹ کہ آپ بھی یہاں کے آ کے پاکستانیوں کی زندگیوں کو آسان بنانے کے لیے جو بھی آپ کر سکیں گے آپ کریں گے.
بہت مہربانی، آپ نے مجھے یہ موقع دیا کہ میں سب اپنے پاکستانی بہن بھائیوں سے مخاطب ہو سکوں. اور ایک میسیج میں ان سب پاکستانیوں کو دینا چاہتا ہوں جو ساؤتھ کی 10 اسٹیٹس میں بستے ہیں، جو ہمارا ایریا آف رسپانسبلٹی ہے. ٹیکسس سے باہر بھی جو ریاستیں ہیں، کہ وہ لوگ ہم سے کانٹیکٹ اسٹیبلش کریں. ہمیں جہاں تک معلومات مل رہی ہیں کہ ایسے کون سے پاکستانی ہیں جو مل کے اپنی کمیونٹی کے لیے کام کر رہے ہیں، تو وی آر ٹرائنگ ٹو آؤٹ ریچ دیم. تو میری ان سب دل والے پاکستانیوں سے جو صرف اپنی ذات سے آگے چل کے کمیونٹی کا سوچتے ہیں، ان کے لیے کچھ کرنا چاہتے ہیں، تو ان سب سے میری یہ ریکویسٹ ہے کہ وہ ہم سے رابطہ ضرور کریں، میرے سے پرسنلی رابطہ کریں. ہماری ویب سائٹ پہ ہمارے فون نمبرز ہیں، ہمارا ای میل ایڈریس ہے، تو اس پہ جا کے ایک تو وہاں سے معلومات حاصل کریں کہ جو ان کے کام کی بیسک انفارمیشن ہے، تاکہ اس سے وہ فائدہ اٹھا سکیں. اور دوسرا یہ کہ وہاں سے ہمارے کانٹیکٹس دیکھ کے ہم سے کانٹیکٹ ضرور کریں، تاکہ وی اسٹیبلش وائبرنٹ کنیکشن ود دیم، اور ہم مل کے اپنے لوگوں کی جس طرح سے بھی بھلائی کر سکتے ہیں وہ یہاں پہ ہم ان کے لیے کچھ کر سکیں. اینڈ دس از ناٹ جسٹ رسمی بات نہیں ہے، یہ بڑے کھلے دل سے آفر ہے، اور دیٹ از واٹ فار وی آر ہیئر، دیٹ وی سرو پیپل. تو ان کو سرو کرنا پاسبل اسی طرح سے ہوگا دیٹ وی آر ان کانٹیکٹ ود دیم. تو میری ان سب بہن بھائیوں سے ریکویسٹ ہے جو چاہتے ہیں کہ ان کو کوئی اپرچونٹی ملے کہ وہ مل کے ہمارے ساتھ کام کریں، تو آئی ویلکم دیم آل ٹو اسٹیبلش کانٹیکٹ ود اس.
تھینک یو ویری مچ جی، اینڈ وی ریلی اپریشیٹ کہ آپ نے ہمیں ٹائم دیا. سفیر پاکستان کے بارے میں کچھ بولیں گے؟ آپ نے دیکھا ہوگا آبویسلی پروگرام.
بہت اچھا پروگرام ہے جی، ماشاءاللہ پورے نارتھ امریکہ میں دیکھا جاتا ہے. اور آپ کے وقار علی خان صاحب، اللہ تعالیٰ ان کو خوش رکھے، جس انرجی کے ساتھ وہ اس ملک میں موو کرتے ہیں، اور جس انرجی کے ساتھ وہ لوگوں کو ڈھونڈ نکالتے ہیں، ان لوگوں کو جو کہ بیک سیٹ پہ عام طور پہ رہنا چاہتے ہیں، وہ سامنے نہیں آتے اپنی ہیوملٹی کی وجہ سے، تو وہ ان کو بھی سامنے لے کے آتے ہیں، ہمارا ان سے تعارف کراتے ہیں، اور پاکستانیوں کو پتہ چلتا ہے کہ کون کہاں پہ کیا اچیو کر رہا ہے. اور ہمارے لیے جیو اور وقار علی خان صاحب کا یہ پروگرام جو سفیر پاکستان، یہ بہت یوزفل ہے، بیکاز یو آر اے مینز آف کمیونیکیشن بٹوین اس اینڈ پاکستانی کمیونٹی. تو اللہ تعالیٰ آپ سب کو خوش رکھے، اور پاکستان کو ہنستا بستا رکھے، اور ہمیں سب کو توفیق دے، اور ہمیں ہمت دے، اور ہمیں انرجی دے کہ ہم پاکستان کی خدمت کرتے رہیں، اور ہم پاکستان کا نام روشن کریں، اور پاکستان کے نام سے ہمارے اندر پرائیڈ ہر آنے والے دن میں بڑھتا چلا جائے.
تھینک یو جی، بہت اچھی دعائیں. اور میں ڈیلس میں سفیر پاکستان کی بیورو چیف ہوں، تو اینی ایونٹ، اگر آپ کبھی کوئی ایونٹ کرائیں اور آپ سمجھیں کہ اس کو کوریج چاہیے، تو ڈیفینیٹلی پلیز ڈونٹ ہیزیٹیٹ ٹو کال می. آپ کے پاس میرا نمبر بھی ہے، تو ول ڈیفینیٹلی کم اینڈ کور اٹ فار یو. اگر وقار بھائی نہیں آ سکتے تو آئی ٹرائی مائی بیسٹ ٹو بی ہیئر اینڈ کور اٹ فار یو.
آپ لوگوں سے پہلی ملاقات کے ٹائم ہی ہمیں ایسا لگا تھا، اینڈ دیٹ از اے فیکٹ کہ آل پاکستانیز وی آر سیم فیملی، اور آپ لوگ ہماری ٹیم کے ممبرز ہیں. جب ہماری ملاقات ہوئی تھی تو بھی میں نے آپ سے یہ ریکویسٹ کیا تھا کہ ناؤ وی ہیو اے فیلنگ دیٹ وی ہیو اے برانچ آف آر آفس ان ڈیلس. تو جو مل کے آپ لوگ جو پاکستانیوں کی خدمت کر رہے ہیں، اور ہمارے اور ڈیلس کی کمیونٹی کے درمیان میں رابطہ ہے، آئی ایم ریئلی گریٹفل فار دیٹ. اور مل کے چلیں گے انشاءاللہ، قدم سے قدم ملا کے چلیں گے، اور ہم انشاءاللہ وہ کچھ اچیو کریں گے جس کی ہمارے دل میں تمنا ہے.
امید ہے کہ 22 مارچ کو آپ ہمارے ساتھ مل کے پاکستان ڈے وہاں ڈیلس میں منائیں گے
انشاءاللہ.
ناظرین، اب ہم بات کرتے ہیں مسٹر طاہر جاوید سے. ان کے انٹروڈکشن میں ان کو خود ہی اپنا کرنے دوں گی، بٹ ایز فار ایز نو ہی از اے سکسیزفل بزنس مین. ہی از آل اوور دا پلیس ڈوئنگ بزنس، میکنگ پاکستانیز پراؤڈ. and taking care of people. And obviously when you're doing business, you're making money, but at the same time you are providing a service, or you are somehow taking care of people too. So it basically goes hand in hand. Welcome on Safira Pakistan.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about today's function, sir. What are you doing here? Are you one of the organizers? Are you a supporter? Are you just here as a guest?
Well, you can call me Sporter. I was invited by Nomi, and it's a good thing. You see a lot of community together. Actually, this organization, not just a Pakistani, they put the whole South Asia together, and we always like that, where you mingle up and you boost your businesses and your relationship and all that. So I always enjoyed these programs.
So more business opportunity for you?
It is more business opportunity, and it's more connections in this place. And he have done it very well diversified, where you just get outside of your own community and meet the other communities together. It's basically this program multiplies the relationship, not just adding on.
Okay, well that's good. And I see that it's a very well organized event, and I'm sure due to supporters like you, they were able to do such a good job. Do you watch Safira Pakistan?
I watch Safira Pakistan all the time. I watch listening to my good friend Waqar always, and he is doing a great job, and job well done.
Well, I'm really proud of Waqar Bhai too, because he just highlights Pakistanis in all over United States, and that's the commendable job. But thank you so much for being with us today.
You're welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
My name is Anthony Melikov, and I represent Unite for Good. And I guess we are going to be awarded as an organization, a non-for-profit organization of the year, in this wonderful event, which is going to happen tonight in this gala. And what we do is we create a worldwide positive movement, social movement, bring everyone who is involved in acts of kindness and giving back, whether it's organizations or individuals, whether it's brands or mass media, social media, celebrities. I would like to introduce my good friend and beautiful woman who is a celebrity, who is dancing with a star. And this is beautiful Karina Smirnov.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that this event is absolutely incredible. Anthony Malikov started something about 12 years ago called Bright Future International that is present now in about 12 countries, and it's truly an incredible foundation because it does not only teach acts of kindness and compassion, it also brings people together. And tonight this event unites all these charities, all these people that not only willing and doing something good, but bringing other charities together. So tonight, Unite for Good is going to award Mr. Malikov an incredible award for everything that he's doing in charity.
Oh, thank you so much, Karina. I would like also to add that we're going to be doing a lot of work in South Asia. We were invited to India, and I was supposed to fly to India next week, as a matter of fact, but I guess it's going to happen a bit later. But we'll start Unite for Good in India, and we're trying to develop this movement throughout many countries, and South Asia is certainly our goal.
Mr. Johnny Lee, welcome on Safira Pakistan. How are you today?
I'm doing quite well this evening, and you?
I am superb. So nice for you to come and join this event and attend it. How do you think about it? What feeling? Can you share it with my audience?
I'd be happy to share it with your audience. This is one of the most well put together galas, most enjoyable galas that I've attended in the Pakistani and Indian and Nepalese communities. I will tell you that there were many folks from the greater Houston area, including my county, which is Fort Bend County, right next to Harris County. In fact, we like to say that Houston is our second largest city, Sugarland, and many folks live in Sugarland as our largest city. But this gala was well put together, it was entertaining, the food was excellent, and the speakers were wonderful because they were direct to the point and they didn't drag out their speeches for very long.
Well, yeah, I really enjoyed that part as well. So would you like to introduce yourself? I know most of the Houstonians know you, but this program is going to be throughout the nation, so if you want to give us a brief introduction of yourself.
Well, I'm proud to be the district attorney of the most ethnically diverse county in the country, in the whole United States. So that's saying something. I've enjoyed being that district attorney for 21 years and helping to help crime victims and to do the right thing, which in my mind is the real definition of justice. It's a big responsibility, but what's so good about it is I have a very talented and diverse staff of 50 attorneys. It's the largest law firm in our office, and we enjoy coming to work every day for the people of our county as we pursue the justice.
Well, that's so. I'm glad to know that. So tell me a little bit about. You said that you are helping, people with crime. So how do you compare Houston, crime in Houston with other counties or cities? The rate of crime, actually.
Well, I can't compare Houston because I haven't studied Harris County with other counties. I've only studied Fort Bend, my county, with others, and we've done that for the last 10 years compared the 7 counties surrounding the Houston area. And every year, Fort Bend County has the lowest crime rate of any county of the 7 in the greater Houston area. This year we said, well, maybe we're missing out on 2 counties, so we added 2 new counties that are also close, and we are still not just the lowest crime rate of the 7, but now the lowest crime rate of the 9. So I'm proud to say that we have good police force, we have good district attorneys' offices, but most importantly, in keeping the crime rate low, we have good parents. And it starts and ends with the parents who have to instill good values, law-abiding values, and caring for other people in their children to help create and maintain a very low crime rate. And so my hat is off, and I applaud the parents of Fort Bend County for doing a good job of parenting, because that is the #1 factor in keeping a crime rate low.
So when you talk about how to control a crime, that would be your #1 suggestion or tip for the people who are watching you, that the good parenting makes a big difference.
Yes, it's tough to be a parent, I know, but there's a responsibility there. So if you're going to have children, be responsible and teach your children to respect others, their feelings, respect the law. And we have a saying in my religious background, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And I think that is probably a philosophy that is contained in every religion across the world that ever has been. You want to be able to do to other people what you would like for them to do to you. You want to be treated with respect. You want to be treated decently and fairly. And if parents instill such values in their children, I think we've got a bright future not only for Fort Bend County, but for the country and the world.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Any message for the Pakistani community or your interaction with Pakistani people?
I owe a great debt to Dr. Ashraf Abbasi, who reached out to me many years ago, embraced me, and brought me very close to the Pakistan community in Fort Bend County and Greater Houston. And Dr. Abbasi is a dear person, and I don't know if he will see this, but I do say hello to you and thank you for being such a friend and showing me what it was like to be closer to the Pakistani community.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we will be talking to Mr. Noman Hussain, the mind behind this entire great, wonderful function that I've really enjoyed. Welcome on Safir Pakistan, Mr. Noman Hussain.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you and all of your viewers to be part of the audience for our annual gala.
Well, I've seen that this is your 20th gala here in Houston.
Yes, that is correct. And this year's theme was Hollywood to Bollywood, and we had stars from Hollywood here, and we had stars from Bollywood here. We had elected officials, community leaders, business leaders, and the mayor and the governor of the state of Texas.
Well, I saw all that, and I am in very, very organized and high quality event that you have put together, and I think the credit goes to you, of course, and your team. So you are the current president of the South Asian Chamber of Commerce here in Houston.
Well, it means a lot for you to say that, because I know how many programs this audience participates in and you go to. So that's a very high honor and compliment that you paid me. So I thank you for that.
Well, we thank you for inviting us, and any words about Safir Pakistan, you watch it?
I do watch it. I was honored last year with one of the awards in Dallas, Texas, and I watch it all the time. I think it's a great show, and I encourage everybody to watch it.
Well, thank you very much, and I really appreciate your effort, what you have done for the community, for South Asian community, and your efforts showed by this event, and we really enjoyed it, and thank you so much.
Thank you. I just want to reiterate, it's not me, it's a team effort. It was my whole entire board. I'm only one man. Without my team, I could do nothing. So the credit goes to the whole team. Thank you.
Thank you, but I believe that good leadership, makes a big difference.
I won't dispute that.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
And now we have Iram with us. She is the Sindh Assembly member, and she is also very instrumental with this Sister City, Houston and Karachi, the Sister City program. Welcome on Safir Pakistan, Iram.
Thank you very much.
We're really honored to have you on Safir Pakistan. I hope you know what Safir Pakistan is. It's a program on Geo, which highlights the prominent members of Pakistani communities, and it says throughout the United States and Canada, North America. So tell me a little bit about this function and what you do to help the community.
Thank you for letting me talk on this channel, and I'm really honored to be here. And I think all the Pakistani community who have been working so hard to make self-respect in this country. I'm sure they have done a lot of things, and I wish them all the best. And what I am doing in Pakistan, back home, I'm a member of Sindh Assembly, and this is my first tenure. So I'm doing my best for Pakistan, and I need all your wishes, because mostly the issues I raised are social issues which are connected towards political as well as everyday issues. Like it's kind of women issues or children's issue. I'm there in the Sindh Assembly. I have been raising my voice. My voice is very strong, and as a lady who knows what she's talking about, and mashallah, I really need your good advices, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being with us today, and being a woman, like you said, and being in Sindh Assembly, I hope that you're going to do at least, if not a whole lot, something for the women that are being abused, or they're not getting any.
That's what I feel, that my voice as a woman can make a lot of difference over there. And that is the reason I was a social activist, but now I'm a political activist. And I've really worked hard to be a political activist so that I can change the situation which Pakistan is at right now.
So you think that being in the, it's basically a male-dominating society. So do you find any hurdles? Do you find it difficult to raise your voice and, get...
Yes, of course, I do find a lot of hurdles. But as a woman who's aggressive, who knows what she's doing, nobody can stop me, and I have done my share, and I will keep on doing. I'll keep on raising my voice for my people, so that inshallah one day those people have a voice of their own as well.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Iram. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now we have a beautiful young lady with us today, and I'll let her introduce herself. Hi, how are you? Welcome on Safir Pakistan.
Thank you so much. Such an honor and pleasure to be here.
Would you like to introduce yourself? I would want you to introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Rhonda Binda. I'm the Global Outreach Director for Unite for Good. We're a movement for all of humanity to encourage acts of kindness and to unite all the do-gooders, business, nonprofit, media, and we're encouraging outlets like yours to cover all the good news out there. So thank you so much for letting me talk about what you're doing.
Well, thank you, and you're doing such a wonderful job. I mean, I think hats off to all the people who are just working for good causes, and I have a passion for community service and volunteer work, so I really appreciate you. Any message for the community?
Well, yes, we are so excited for anybody to join the movement on www.unite4good.org. You can sign up as an individual. If you're a 501c3, you can sign up and join the network. We want everybody to experience the joy and service that you've experienced. We think that it is a very natural way to be giving and to be kind, and we want to make it easier for people by using the technology and then also media so that people know how they can get involved. We want everybody to experience what you've experienced, and so the more we grow this community, the easier it will be for people to get involved.
Well, that sounds very good. Thank you so much for being with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Neha Opadia with us today. Hi, welcome on Safira Pakistan Geo Neha.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's a pleasure having you here in Houston. Tell me a little bit about this event, what you think about it.
Well, I think it's a wonderful event. SACC has come together in Houston, Texas, to bring about such a great mix for Hollywood and Bollywood, and I just think that it's been a fabulous turnout from people who belong to this place and who have moved here and made a mark for themselves. This was a room full of overachievers, so it was fabulous.
So, I mean, we really enjoyed it, and I have talked to quite a few guests, and everybody really enjoyed it. So thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
How often do you come to?
Well, not very often. This is my first trip here, but I do come to the States very often, so I'm really happy to be here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.